Hello everyone, my name is Anjita and I'm from group spunkmeyer 09 and we are all here on the group presentation. Next. Our presentation includes the significant change in the leadership style. So, under the previous CEO, Green Delta had a demanding, results-driven atmosphere. However, under new CEO Smita, it adopted a more encouraging cooperative style. Although this significant change was intended to address the toxic culture, it also caused conflict because some people found the new method to be slower and less motivated. Some workers started to desire for the competitive, fast-paced atmosphere of the management. They began to question where the more aggressive strategy was best for the business. Next. So let's discuss on the performance that can be seen as a transformation leadership. Next. So, since the transformational leadership includes the inspiration, motivation, idealized influence, intellectual stimulation, and individualized consideration, everyone is given a sense of direction and the opportunity to think creatively by the new CEO Smita. And workers are motivated to go above and beyond expectation, which is essential for business looking to stay ahead of the competition and innovative. Next. And on the performance that can be saved on the transformational leadership. For instance, a leader who promotes out of the box thinking and creates a safe space for people to exchange ideas can foster innovation in fields like technology or renewable energy sector like Green Delta Innovations, where things change rapidly. People are more motivated to offer creative solutions and put forward great effort toward common objectives when they believe their opinions count. Next. And on the challenges seen in the Green Delta innovation, everyone's opinion can cause essential decisions to be delayed in industries that are competitive and where speed is crucial. Without the pressure of rigorous performance goals, some employees may lose the motivation to innovate quickly, which is another issue transformative leaders may have to deal with. A further difficulty for businesses making the shift from high pressure to more collaborative settings is that it can occasionally result in a decrease in accountability. Next. And there is the change in style even created some division within the company. Employees who thrived in the old high energy environment began to feel frustrated, missing the drive and competitiveness of the past. And all of this combined to weaken Grid Delta's position in the market, making it hard for the company to maintain its edge in such a fast moving industry. Next. Now I would like to call my friend for further presentation. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Divya. Here I will examine how leadership impact the company culture and market performance, aiming to find a strategy for Green Delta to break its cycle of instability. Transformation leader defined as a leader who are capable of having profound and extraordinary effect in follower. Next. Idealized influence involves leader acting a role model and owning trust and respect. Inspiration, motivation energize team member. Intellectual stimulation encourage employee to think creativity and solve problem independently. Lastly, individualized consideration means leader providing personalized support, recognition each employee unique strategy and need. Next. Under the Langwang, Green Delta prioritized growth at all costs, creating a high-stress, competitive environment. Next. In response, Osmita implement open communication, flexibility, and teamwork. This change initially boosts the morale, but over the time, new challenges emerge as Green Delta face slow decision making. Next. The emphasis on inclusive lead to the slow decision making as agreement look the lead over quick action. This supportive environment also promotes satisfaction, affecting Green Delta competitive edge faster. Next. Marshall hierarchy of need. Osmita leadership style is based on a higher order need, for example, tap into the employee estimation need and providing them an opportunity to achieve. Two-factor theory, hygiene factor like flexible over improve employee satisfaction but did not driven innovation. Hospita core follow theory Y in management style. The key point is that there should be a proper balance between supervision and empowerment. Next. For Green Delta, the challenge is maintaining the positive culture Osmita create while ensuring agility in the marketplace. We can achieve this by defining decision-making role more clearly, checking project with performance-driven deadline. Next. Green Delta risks falling into the cycle extreme between aggression and relaxed leadership. A balanced hybrid model of leadership is essential, pairing empowerment and accountability. Next. For the union, supporting a hybrid approach that balances growth and employee well-being is key. For Green Delta, leadership implement process promoting continuous feedback and align recognition in both culture and innovation goal with sustained growth and model. Now I will hand it over to the another group member. Next.
Hi, it's me Anita Khakuril. I'm going to talking about cyclical nature of leadership of Green Delta. Green Delta's leadership journey represents the cyclical nature of leadership and cultural change within organizations, where drastic shifts in leadership styles often lead to cultural instability. This cyclical pattern is evident in the transition from Lang Wang's aggressive high-performance culture to Asmita Kaur's transformational employee-centered approach. Next slide. Several aspects of organizational development, including market dynamics, competitiveness, and innovation, exhibit the cyclical nature of organizational life cycle. It includes high-pressure leadership, which define a toxic work leading to scandal environment, and another one to shift to transformational leadership. It defines Asmita Kaur appointed as new CEO, focusing on inclusivity, open communication, and employee empowerment. Next slide, please. Organization culture frequently influenced by employee expectation, values, and previous leadership. Because of this, breaking long-standing patterns can be difficult. It can be defined as balanced and adaptive leadership, which described Green Delta may prevent cycling by integrating Wang's result-oriented initiatives with course emphasis on staff well-being, fostering both competitiveness and sustainability. Another one should be value-centered approach. It can establish value centered on ethical performance, innovation, and employee empowerment principle, regardless of leadership changes. Next slide, please. Then I am going to talking about mitigate risks of Green Delta aggressive leadership style. It can be defined as in the below point, which can be develop an adaptive balanced leadership model, which is focused on management goals and employees need. Another one should be strengthened employee feedback channel. It fosters effective communication making through continuous feedback from stakeholder. Another steps will be leadership succession planning and development programs. It identify future leaders ready to take key roles. Another mitigated risk principles should be regulate core values of ethical performance and employees well-being. It focus prioritize integrity and transparency. Another one should be enhance accountability and ethical standards. It is responsible for their action and their ethical conduct of each individual. Another one should be implement regular culture and leadership. It focus on alignment between organization values and strategic goals. And the last points will be create recognition programs that reward balanced performance. It focus on teamwork, innovation, and continuous improvement. In conclusion, Green Delta can mitigate the risks of reverting to an aggressive leadership style by embedding a balanced, adaptable approach through continuous feedback, adaptive leadership approach, succession planning, ethical performance, leadership development programs, accountability, leadership audit, and reward balanced performance. Thank you. Then I would like to hand over my another friends for next slide.
Hi, this is Alicia Chavan. I'll be talking about the analysis dwells into the key models of the cultural changes, challenges with entrenched cultures, and advanced strategies to address resistance and backlash in the shift towards inclusivity and well-being. An entrenched culture is one that is strongly embedded within a company, usually through long-headed notions, rules, and standards that govern employees' conduct and views. Green Delta's culture was defined by aggressive goal setting, high-pressure job conditions, and unwavering focus on the competitive advantage. These aspects became so thoroughly integrated that employees accepted them as a part of their identities, causing reforms highly challenging. According to the studies, high-pressure cultures frequently result in short-term gains, but can also lead to the exhaustion, ethical violation, and frustration among the workers. Green Deltas, driven by the efficiency workplace, not only influenced goal but also created among staff a feeling of urgency and significance. Slide 2, please. Social identity theory states that the group connections provide people with a sense of acceptance and worth. Employees at Green Delta identified highly with aggressive, high-performance culture led by Long Wong. This identity was strengthened by a common experiences and ideas, resulting in an in-group that lived on the competitiveness and rush. When Asmita Kaur developed a culture based on inclusivity and well-being, it conflicted with the established identity, resulting in the extinction opposition to the transformation. Employees may see the new culture as a challenge to their known identity and absence of the beliefs they appreciated. According to the Lewin's paradigm, change necessities unfreezing old values, implementing the transformation, and then refreezing to the established new behaviors. Asmita aimed to unfreeze by implementing inclusivity and well-being events. Next slide, please. perceived threats to the status and identity. Individuals who are used to high pressure environment may see a danger to their power and identity when social norms move towards inclusivity and collaboration. High performing personnel that excelled under Lang Wang may have felt excluded or undervalued at Green Delta, resulting in disagreements. According to the research, it was found that societies that are overly concerned with well being might produce a comfort zone in which lack of efforts arises. Green Delta's shift away from the high risk projects and towards safe efforts fueled this pushback as several employees linked the slower pace with the reduction in efficiency and competitive ambition. Next slide, please. An integrated leadership approach, also known as the contingent transformational leadership, blends transformational and transactional leadership aspect to the address unique organizational objective. For Green Deadline implies that Asmita could promote inclusivity and empowerment while meeting performance goals through targeted results orientation programs. A safe to fail incentive structure could promote workers to take calculated risk in a favorable new environment. Green Delta can recover its competitiveness and innovation culture by encouraging experimental operations, even if they do not instantly succeed, rather than resorting to an aggressive high performance environment. Next slide, please. Ethical leadership involves balancing organizational performance with employee well being, particularly in industries with significant strength. Asmita's emphasis on the ethical people orientation leadership is consistent with an increasing quantity of research of indicating that well being can improve rather than distress long term organizational success. However, this necessitates a purposeful alignment of a firm goal with ethical ideas, ensuring that inclusivity and well being enhance, then obstruct from competitive agility. Now, I would like my friend to take over the presentation.
Thank you, Alicia. I am Anamol Johnny, and I'll be discussing the sustainability of ethical and transformational leadership in environments historically driven by aggressive growth strategies, as well as the ethical responsibilities of leaders to their employees and the broader stakeholder community in ensuring both well-being and organizational success. As Divya discussed earlier, transformational leadership encompasses four key elements: idealized influence, inspirational motivation, intellectual stimulation, and individualized consideration. Asmita Core implemented these principles through open communication, flexible working arrangements, and professional development programs. However, the case reveals that purely transformational leadership without balancing other organizational needs can lead to unintended consequences. The ethical responsibilities of leaders can be examined through Quinn's competing values framework, which suggests effective leadership requires balancing multiple competing priorities. The first is internal human relations was external market focus. While Asmita prioritized employee well-being and cultural transformation, she potentially overcorrected by neglecting the external competitive environment. The challenge lies in maintaining ethical practices while preserving the organization's market position. And the second is flexibility versus control. The shift from Wang's controlling style to Co's flexible approach led to decision-making delays and reduced accountability. Leaders must find a middle ground that promotes both empowerment and responsibility. The case demonstrates that ethical leadership isn't simply about choosing between aggressive growth and employee well-being. It's about integrating both effectively. The key lessons for sustainable ethical leadership include balanced transformation, clear performance standards, and stakeholder integration. The emergence of opposition to Core's leadership style suggests that transformational leadership must be adapted to organizational context and history. A more sustainable approach would be clear performance metrics alongside employee well-being initiatives, streamlined decision-making process that maintain inclusivity without sacrificing efficiency, a hybrid leadership style that combines transformational elements with appropriate levels of directiveness. In summary, leaders must balance employee well-being with organizational success to achieve sustainable ethical leadership. The key lies in selectively combining effective leadership practices while establishing clear boundaries against harmful behaviors, ultimately fostering both competitive advantage and a healthy workplace culture. Thank you, and thank you for your time.